what's going on? This is Wayne.
And Josiah.
Back with you again with Enough to Be Dangerous. It's been a minute or two. 6, 7, 8 months. But anyway, we figured we'd try to get back in the video game. It's spring and people are going out and about. So we brought to you today Survive Outdoors Longer. It's a saw kit. It's been a little modified from original purchase, but we'll let Josiah go through it and kind of explain what it is, and I will make commentary on the backside because I'm more of a smart alecky comment kind of guy.
Yeah, always have been. Well, so we've been gone for a little while, and now we're back. So we're gonna get back and do not just talking about little survival things we've got, but we'll also do we're gonna do some things like challenges on survival foods and like how little can we spend to get enough sustenance or something. So we'll do some things and have some fun with that. So, anyways, without further ado, let's go. So this, as Wayne mentioned, this is the Survive Outdoors Longer kit. I already took off the lid. So, but these are the things you can buy this, and it'll have most of the items that are in here will be in the kit. And I added a couple things, and I'll probably adjust it further from here. But yeah, so if you're on a real budget, I believe these things are $25.
Less than 30.
They're cheap. Doesn't cost a whole lot, so you can have something to help you if you know how to use all the materials. You can get a lot more out of it for just a little bit here. So we will get this started. Go ahead.
Or at worst, it gives you a base if you want to create your own kit. You kind of get ideas off this and container and that kind of thing.
Indeed, and it's a good container to have it in, multi-purpose. Yeah. All right, so first things first. I always will have a pocket knife on me, so this one I carry with me, and it works. It's pretty straightforward. You should always carry a pocket knife, or of some type, or a knife, or something. Okay. And if you have a concealed carry, you should always conceal carry. Anyway, protection stuff, you know. All right. So next up, these are just a real simple thing was in it, and it's just two sets of Band-Aids. It's just the joint one and some regular ones here.
Easy breezy. Band-Aid.
It can help prevent infection. All right, now there are two of these items in there, but one's at the bottom, one's at the top, and these are those little, basically like the survival blankets. You can use it as a survival tarp, kind of a mini shelter, something short-term and temporary.
Right.
Definitely isn't going to last you a long time, but it'll do better than nothing.
If you get all it serious and make you a 2-bedroom, 1-bath brush structure. You can line the inside of it, reflect heat back at you. There are hundreds of thousands of other videos on doing stuff like that.
That's why we're not doing one.
That's why we're not making that, but that's what it's there for.
Yay! All right. So next up, I'll come to this part here. So,
okay.
Why don't I just get a couple of these items out now so I can kind of go through in a bit of an order here. So here's that other survival tarp. We've got two of them.
Survival blanket / could be a tarp, could be a blanket, could be something to sit on, could be a flash to reflect and signal, could be just bright orange sitting there and someone flies by and sees it and go, hey, there's what the people were looking for. Yay. Multiple things. Also collect water in it, myriad of uses.
And that's one of those things I remember way early on. Multi-purpose. Right. If it has multiple purposes, it's pretty good to have. Anyways, we'll talk about more of it when we come to the end. So, here's a couple of other things that came with it. It has actually, I think this is just general information. I don't know why I never took that one out. But then this one, it's got 50 life-saving tools and techniques. I don't need this. However, this is something I would carry in my car, or if I'm going hunting. If somebody else is with me and I'm hurt, most likely they won't know how to use most of these items. They won't know how to do something with it. So having a little packet that tells you some survival things might help them a little step further.
Help them. But if you yourself are owning this, the time to read that is not when you need it out in the woods. Pre-read it, kind of have the knowledge. Just,
it's helpful to do. Definitely an important thing. All right, a couple other things. It's got this little antiseptic ointment, which I'm probably going to throw away, or I'll use it to trade somebody for something that's actually important. It says it's for minor cuts and scrapes
and burns.
and
Minor.
burns.
Minor.
So, for something that is going to harm you, you can't use it. Here's another thing I will replace with something much better. These are little water purification tablets that they require 4 hours
in the dark.
in the dark in an opaque, not this. There's a clear 1 liter bag. Yep. Has to be opaque. Not.
Bleach works fine.
You can use bleach. You could use. They make those little tablets that it's like a nickel for 70 of them or something.
Yeah.
And they'll purify it in
30 minutes.
30 minutes. So 4 hours. That seems excessive. I don't know. Maybe this is supposed to be like, if you pooped in this water, you can use it and it'll clean it.
If it's a mud puddle, but maybe I don't know.
Yeah. But so these came with it, so I haven't taken them out yet. All right, and it came with a little thing of ibuprofen. Yay.
Always important, because if you've been in a wreck, you're going to hurt and need ibuprofen.
And antiseptic towelettes.
/
Good.
fire starter.
Yeah, which is the more important one. If it's got alcohol in it, that will burn. That's good stuff. So there's the little packets of things that were in there. All right, so on to some of the more important details. We have a plastic container. This will hold water. You can, if you need to keep things dry, like tinder or something, you can put it in there.
Before you put the water in.
Preferably, yeah.
And get soft tinder so you don't poke a hole in your water bag.
Because now you have no
and
water
you have
bag.
a whole other issue.
Or a waterproof tinder bag. So, little plastic container, those can be helpful. I mean, obviously, you could be stranded on a desert island and find plastic bottles that you can use as containers. So this one maybe not super essential, but definitely a helpful one to have.
Yeah, if you're trying to scoop water from a stream or something and carry it back to where you're at,
that'll work. That will work for it. And of course, the actual container itself that this is all come in, it'll work for some.
It'll boil half a cup of water at a time. Half a cup of water is better than no water.
Indeed it is. All right, next up, I've got 2 of these little things in here. I'm probably going to take one out and put in a little Bic lighter. We were talking about that in the past, but these little guys are pretty cool. They are little. This one's not going to work very well for us.
The 2% rule.
Yeah, the 2%.
You got to be 2% smarter than the stuff you're trying to operate.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's working that way a little bit. There we go. Well, the thing says differently. Anyways.
It makes sparks.
Yay, sparks. And so I've got 2 of those. This is the other one that we didn't test, so.
The other one makes really good sparks.
It does.
So maybe this is why we have 2, because one will suck.
It's got a 50% success rate. All right. Next up, well, here, we'll stay with fire. I've got these little cotton tinder pieces here. Obviously, I could soak them, or put some petroleum jelly in there, or Vaseline, or whatever.
Stand them, quick lighter, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then they work even better. But yeah, these little cotton things, I've used these many times before. These work great. I like them. They're easy to start fires with. And then I've got 2 little rolls of duct tape. You could always use more, but with the duct tape,
you could fix the car you just wrecked, because you can do everything with duct tape.
I might need a little more duct tape than this. I might need about 5 or 6 rolls, but still, you're right. I could fix the car with the duct tape. But these also, I have a lot of duct tape is super multi-purpose. I could make fishing line out of it if I needed to. I could make cordage out of the duct tape, because that's one of the rules of it, is you want to always have cordage. Is an important thing. Have a cordage tool and a cutting tool and containers, etc. And cover.
All the C's.
Yeah, exactly. The 5 C's. If you haven't seen that, that's one of the first videos we did. Go check it out. youtube.com/enough-to-be-dangerous.
The number 2.
Yeah. The number 2 in it.
The number 2, the letter B, dangerous.
We're cool. All right. So, anyways, duct tape, really important. This little mini compass that does point north, because I know that's one of the things I hate about all of the the little survival kits that
Mhm.
come with a compass. Oh wait, it's not pointing north.
You got to set it on the metal leg of the.
Oh yeah, I did. Oh, would you look at that?
By gum.
That worked a little better. Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Huh.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day. I learn a lot of things with him. He has a lot of useless knowledge that he claims to know. So, anyways,
Don't hold it by your belt buckle. It'll point at your belt buckle every time.
that's funny. All right, last up, I've got 3 of these in there, but little safety pins. These, again, another multi-purpose. Of course, I can hold things down, but I can also make a fishing hook out of this. I could, of course, use it to connect together parts with the blankets if I wanted to attach it to something. I could use it to attach it with duct tape. There's quite a few little attachment
Do a
things
bunch
that
of
I could
safety
do with
pins.
that. You could, heck, I mean, if you were in a really bad scenario and you had a big gash, it would suck really bad. You could pin it together.
You could.
That would hurt a lot.
Yeah.
That would be a really bad one. And
But don't
so-
forget, once you do it though, you have the little thing of the triple antibiotic equipment though. You don't get infected.
Yeah,
I'm just
with
saying.
the really useless little thing of antibiotics.
We
And
gotta be safe.
so here's the container that it's in. It's like what, a ½ inch?
It's an inch.
It's an inch deep.
Yeah, and then concave a little bit. It'll hold half a cup
Yeah.
to a cup. We haven't measured it out.
Yeah, we're super prepared on this stuff here, but it all fits in just this little container like this.
Throw it in your cargo pocket, glove box of your car.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, now, so what things do you think could be added to this to make it much better?
I would add the little Bic knife, the little Bic lighter. If not that, some waterproof strike anywhere matches,
Mhm.
something. Make your fire starting a little bit easier should you need to do that. Possibly, in my case, a handkerchief.
In your case.
Or for me personally, I would add. How's that?
What is
You might
that?
wanna add. A handkerchief, bandana, something.
Oh, okay.
Thousands of
Couple little
uses for a
uses.
bandana.
Yeah.
For water clarification, not purification, clarification. Keeps a bajillion uses for a bandana. So I would potentially add a bandana to it. I would take the cotton and put some petroleum on them, make that go a little bit easier. Might add some cordage, and do that via.
Paracord's pretty cheap. I mean,
Well, I would do it, fishing line.
oh sure.
Get braided, not monofilament. Reason why is monofilament. When you keep it in a circle for a while, it's going to stay in a circle, and you pull it out, and it looks like a spiral. Braided, it's going to stay straight. You're going to get smaller diameter for higher tensile strength.
They got like
Spider wire, 250-pound spider wire looks like 8-pound test line for monofilament. So, and you can get a ton of it, 300 yards of it, 300 feet of it. Correction, in
For-
a very small.
pretty cheap too.
It's cheap and it's not going to take up any room in your little box.
Yeah.
For just a basic, just carry along doodah,
Like
uh,
this is not a
this isn't
I'm
you're
gonna
surviving
thrive.
forever. Yeah, this
This
isn't,
is a
this isn't I'm surviving naked and afraid for 21 days. This is I'm sitting beside my car for a day or two out in the middle of the nowhere until someone sees I had a wreck and comes looking for me. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Now, obviously, this also doesn't have any food in it
Correct.
because it's pretty small. I was debating on, and this would be one of the things we'll probably try, which is those little food tabs,
oh yeah,
the little calorie tabs.
Yeah.
I don't know how I've never had one of them. We'll see.
you're gonna be hungry, but you're not gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching. It's one of the guys who reviews MREs, and he did a video where he ate like Korean War era survival food tabs gels, and they were totally fine though.
Yeah, they do what they're supposed to do.
It'll keep you alive.
You're not going to be enjoying life. And
Well, no, he was actually like, oh man, these are awesome. I love these. Like it was little survival jellies, and they were yummy.
And if any of you out there, I'm willing to crowdfund. If you have a way to make an MRE or freeze dry a taco, where we can take tacos, that would be.
If you guys can
Taco
make
survival food is the way to go.
if you can make that, we will happily. We'll test it and tell the world about it for you.
We'll put it everywhere.
That'll be a good one. All right, if you guys can make us a survival taco,
Yes.
or instructions in how to do it, stick it in the comments below.
Right.
And we'll do our best to make it. We'll see.
We'll do that.
Yeah. Well, other than that, so this was a simple video. Shows you guys what we got, and we'll be having more videos coming your way. So that'll be some fun stuff.
Right.
From here, this is Josiah and Wayne.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
See ya.